Hosanna, Hosanna.
Thank you for watching Catholic Magazine. Another important event is happening for our diocese this week as our clergy meet in conference at the St. Paul's Retreat Center. The theme for the conference is, "And God saw that it was good." Over 30 of our priests will be joining His Lordship Bishop Francis Alleyne in conference. So Bishop, another few days of busy few days ahead of you again. Tell us a little bit about this conference, and God saw that it was good. That's the theme. What can we expect from this conference?
Well, the conference is really what I hope to get out of it, and what we do every year is to try and hear from the priests that when we meet, how best can we use this time? What can we talk about or do together that would be beneficial to our own ongoing formation as priests? What are some of the pastoral challenges we have that we could look at for the sake of the diocese and improve the pastoring among the flock for which we have responsibility. Just to kind of update ourselves on what is current, what's happening in the church, and how we communicate this to our people. Sometimes we look at some of the policies of the diocese, and again, are they working? Are they making things easier for us as pastors to be there for the people?
Of course, I'm imagining that this is going to be one of the orders of business, is the perhaps an evaluation in some respects of the pastoral model for the Georgetown area, the hybrid cluster model that came into effect for a few months. But priests are also coming from out of town. Where are they coming from?
Well, all the priests, so from the whole diocese, all the regions in Guyana. So, in fact, the cluster is not on our agenda this year.
Because it's too short, maybe, at times?
No, the point is the cluster has been worked with in the visionary exercise, especially including the people who are going to be more directly part of that process and affected by it, or who need to be part of making that process unfold. One of the things we're looking at is the document that the Holy Father put out, Laudato Si. And so we're going to have a day looking at some of those realities in the region, in the Caribbean, what they are, the document itself, also looking at some of those realities right here in Guyana, about us protecting our environment. And it's an important part of stewardship, and that's where we get part of the theme there, God said it was good, and we have responsibility over this world that He has given us, and to protect the goodness in it.
I think Father John Persaud is also going to be joining the conference.
Yep. So that's one of our pastoral issues that we'll be looking at together. And particularly Father John's expertise is in the preparation for marriage, what we need to be paying attention to ensure that we are helping couples really come to that moment in the freest and most wholesome disposition. So it's important for us priests to understand theologically what are the disciplines of the church that are required to prescribe for marriages, for couples. One of the things we've done recently in that regard is to prepare a kit. So when a couple comes to the priest and says, we want to get married, to help the priest, take them through that process, we prepared a checklist and all the forms and different things that he needs in a package. So it helps him not to forget things, and helps him also address things with the couples that are essential in their process of preparation.
Mm-hmm. During this conference, do individual priests get an opportunity to share their challenges, their accomplishments in their respective mission areas?
Sure, and that is something we have on the agenda. So that, yes, we want to hear that. And I even said to the committee that's organizing, I said, maybe we should follow the model of the synod. We give everybody 3 minutes to speak. And not really, but I said certainly invite them to address certain particular things, of their pastoring, of their what's happening in their particular. And that it varies considerably
Of course.
in this diocese from place to place. So it's good to hear it.
Well, we wish you and the priests all the best in your clergy conference this year, Bishop. And for our people tuned in today on our broadcast of Catholic Magazine, what should we as church, how can we support this conference in our prayers, or what can we do?
Certainly one of the things I usually have put out in the standard every year at the conference is just inviting people to be aware of it, to support it in prayer, and support it because we are not there in the communities. So please look out for each other, look after things as they need to be attended to, while your priests are, together looking at things and ways in which we can, enhance our ministry.
And for those of us who may not be familiar with some of our priests, we get to see them in the closing Mass. There's usually a closing Mass at the
Yes,
cathedral.
we usually have that on the Friday afternoon in the cathedral, 5 o'clock. So it is an opportunity to see
Come and
some
meet
of the
face to
faces.
face some of our priests, especially those from the hinterland.
Sure.
Thank you, Bishop. All the best to you and the priests as you get ready for your clergy conference this week. The theme is, "And God saw that it was good."